We're only a week away from Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny debuting in theaters. And with everything we've heard about this movie, with the box office projections that we currently have, it looks like it's going to be another massive disaster for Lucasfilm and another character that's absolutely destroyed in front of our very eyes when it comes to Indiana Jones. This was the lowest rated Indiana Jones movie that we've ever seen, and normally, just because the critics don't like something, that doesn't mean too much, but unfortunately, all the critics are saying the same thing. And now we have plot leaks verified by multiple people because this movie's been around for so long, been screened so long to so many critics. We know exactly what happens in this movie. Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character of Helena completely destroys it. She leads Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones around like a tired, old, stupid man that he is, and at the end of the day, she's the one to save the day and set everything right. And of course, one of the things people were worried about when this character was first introduced, are they going to do something like kill off Indiana Jones, replace it with her, even though a lot of reports came out saying exactly that. No, when you look at the leaks, that's not exactly what happens. However, Kathleen Kennedy's recent comments certainly have people worried. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy says, quote, "It's entirely possible for Phoebe Waller-Bridge to take over the Indiana Jones franchise." Now, I've seen a lot of people going with this headline and talking about this. It is true. That was Kathleen Kennedy's answer when asked specifically if we're going to see Helena, if we're going to see Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character anymore in this type of universe. We are going to go over the full context of the quotes. However, a couple months before, she got asked about this. Could we see a continuation of the Indiana Jones franchise? This was her response about 2 months ago. "It's Harrison's last entry. That's how we look at the Indy franchise. I mean, truthfully, right now, if we do anything, it might be a television series down the road, but we're not doing anything to replace Indiana Jones. This is it. There are 5 movies that Harrison Ford did, and Harrison is so specific and so unique to creating this role. Steven Spielberg agrees, we wouldn't do that," meaning replacing Indiana Jones. Of course, this is what Kathleen Kennedy says. She's a lying bitch. We've seen her lie constantly all the time, so take that whatever you will with a grain of salt. These are the comments that people are talking about in regards to Kathleen Kennedy said it's possible that she could take over the Indiana Jones franchise. This is an interview with James Mangold and Kathleen Kennedy. Mangold talks about this with the kind of good-natured forbearance built over decades in the studio trenches, so I'm surprised by how animated he gets when I bring up the future of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character Helena, Indy's goddaughter. Mangold and the Butterworths wrote Helena specifically for Waller-Bridge, seeing her in the same type of pluck and resourcefulness that made Karen Allen's Marion Ravenwood a perfect foil for Indy in Raiders. I ask if he's talked with Disney and Lucasfilm about the potential for Waller-Bridge to carry on the franchise. Mangold smiles and waves his hand dismissively. "I'm not interested. I refuse. I just can't do it." He gestures to the rules hovering over his shoulder. The amount of lore and Easter eggs and fan service starts to become antithetical to any of this stuff from a certain point. It isn't storytelling, it's large-scale advertising. For her part, Kennedy says while it's entirely possible that a Helena Shaw movie could happen, we're not having any of those conversations right now. We're just focused on finishing this with Harrison. Now, again, when you hear Kathleen Kennedy say it's entirely possible, that's the same answer she gives when talking about Rian Johnson's trilogy, when she talks about a Patty Jenkins movie, when she talks about a Kevin Feige movie. It's entirely possible. That's the same fucking answer you hear from her all the time. But yes, people are right to be very, very worried because it was clear with the introduction of this character to begin with Phoebe Waller-Bridge being included, and apparently the character being written specifically for her, you knew that this was going to play a part, that it was going to be, oh, look at the badass woman leading around this stupid man. And according to all the different reviews, according to all the different people out there who have seen this movie, that's what happens when it comes to Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character. So Kathleen Kennedy's response of it's entirely possible that she could do something in the future, I would take that with a grain of salt, but at the same time, that's what so many people are worried about. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.